you'll see the next one. It's even bigger than this.
Tell us about the octopus. Do you remember Mommy making it?
Yeah. She tricked me because it was for you, the customers, but I actually got it for Christmas.
Were you really tricked or did you know?
I knew.
You knew all along. I thought you might have. Bobby, what do you show us your shirt? The Auntie Candace got you.
It is open the gate for the tractor.
Show us. What does it say? It says gate opener.
Gate opener.
Gate opener. What does that mean?
Open the gate for the tractor.
Mm-hmm. That's your job on the farm?
Mm-hmm. Now, it's the part when we see the giant thing. All right. Are you going to move it over?
It's awfully big.
Yeah. I don't think you can even see it. Are you ready? All right. I don't know if you can see me from the shark, but here it is. Oh, come back here. Look how big it is.
Wow. Mommy did not make that one.
Yeah. You just got it. Yeah.
Yeah. We got 2 life-size sea creatures.
Yeah. The Pacific octopus.
The Pacific octopus?
And the great white shark.
Have you named your octopus yet?
No,
What?
I'll name it Tentacles.
Tentacles. That's a good name.
And this one. And this one. Gills.
Gills. That's good.
Not gills.
Do you... So, is your octopus a boy or a girl?
Girl.
It's a girl.
And then this is a huge boy.
Yeah.
Big boy, ain't it?
Bobby, do you have anything else you'd like to share? Back there?
No.
I'm not normally allowed to sit on this couch, but special occasion here.
But we're allowed to sit on it now.
Yeah.
Only
right
for
now.
our podcast.
Yeah. Anything else, Elsie?
So there's yarn right here.
Yes, we're gonna dive into that yarn.
Yeah. Let's jump in. Mini yarns, big yarns, and medium yarns.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yarn.
Bye.
Do you like this? Bye. Do you like this yarn? Whoa, yeah. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye. Hope you like this. Yeah. Whoa! So it wasn't for the customers. Yeah! It wasn't for the customers.
What do you think?
It's good.
It's good? It was for you all along.
And not for the customers.
Poor customer.
Mommy. I knew it.
Hello everyone and welcome to whatever number of podcasts this is. It is January 1st actually. It's that time between Christmas and New Year's and getting back to work where you're not sure where you are, what's going on or anything, which is wonderful. I have been celebrating the new year by finishing, both finishing and starting a lot of new projects. I have a list of things that I would like to make in the coming new year. And I also have a lot of pattern designs that have been neglected, both crochet and knit, that I would like to get done in the coming year. However, I'm a little bit cautious because I don't know if you were here last year. You may remember I declared it a year of Maine adventure, and we were going to, as a family, go around Canada and Maine and a little bit of New England, and we were gonna visit those spots that everyone talks about and loves, and you know, show you around. Well, that obviously did not happen. So we actually made it. We made it to the Boston Aquarium for the first time in January, and then we made it to the Huntsman Aquarium for March break camp. You may have noticed my daughter is a little sea creature obsessed. And then that was her birthday week in March, and then after that, everything shut down. And we thought it was going to be shut down for 15 days, but I digress. It's a history you're all too familiar with. So anyway, I've been a little hesitant to set lofty New Year's goals. I don't know about you. However, as far as Maritime Family Fiber, it has been a great year for us. I think there's been a lot of new yarn stores and wholesalers join on. There's been a lot of new knitters, a lot of new punchers and crocheters, and I think it's been a good year for crafting for sure. So there's always that. I'm still pregnant. I am 38 weeks, almost 39 weeks pregnant. Listening to me talk, you'd think I'm 49 weeks pregnant, but I'm not. Not too long ago, I would say like by beginning of December, maybe end of November, I was very much like, I'm a strong pregnant woman, and like my mother's before me, and now I'm like, I don't want to be pregnant anymore. So poor husband has had to deal with a lot of whining, a lot of shuffling around in the past couple of weeks, but it's actually come at a good time because the mill is closed down from Christmas Eve till the 4th, and then they're actually low on a lot of stock. I was able to stock up on a lot of things, but a lot of really popular colors are still low on, so it's going to take them some time to get work back up in stock. So kind of a little bit of a break to, you know, accidentally, but I digress. Okay, so as I said, I've been starting new projects and finishing old ones. Not too old ones. Bethany, I'm not sure how to say her last name, but she's a very sweet lady, which, by the way, how is it that yarn people are so sweet? I'd say that the vast majority of yarn or fiber people are just so nice. And we had some horrendous shipping delays through this Christmas season, which part of the time I wasn't even aware of, because unless I go and manually look up all the tracking for all the orders, and then not just that, but call and say, did this scan really mean it came there? I actually don't know if something is not making it like it should. So I do appreciate when you bring it to my attention, but I really hope that's behind us, because there's a lot of people that were hoping to get yarn in time to knit things for Christmas that didn't. So my apologies for that, but all of you were so sweet even through all of that, even when you didn't have to be. But Bethany, she's another sweet one. She made a cardigan called the Astor cardigan, Astor. I'll put a link down on the bottom. And I love it. She made it of Atlantic in seafoam. She did give me a picture. Seafoam is one of those really hard to capture colors on camera, and evergreen too. And I think I'm gonna make one of them. I think that's gonna be my next sweater that I'm gonna cast on. But, well, next adult size sweater. But so I'll put a link to that. And I do have a list here because my brain is not so quite absent-minded these days. I finished these socks. This is my Christmas cast on, Christmas Eve cast on. I didn't mean for them to be, but the thing I was thinking of doing, these were on the needles that I was supposed to use, so. But that's okay, because this is, I apologize, the light is not awesome tonight because it's nighttime. Usually we do this in the day, but I figured, you know, might as well do it. This is the vintage Christmas colorway of my mom's. So this was this year's colorway. And I, as you know, I'm very much a worsted sock person. It's kind of my thing. And I have a fingering sock pattern too, but I do not often knit DK weight socks, which it's funny because this is DK to sock people, but it seems really thin to me. But it wasn't so thin that it took me weeks and weeks and weeks to finish them. So it was fun. This is my mom's pattern called Great Graham's Sock Recipe. However, I had to upsize it quite a bit because I have big feet to begin with, and then my feet were quite swollen, quite swollen. So, but I think it's good. So if you do have big feet and use that pattern, basically what I did was I added 10 on the cuff and 10 on the foot. So 50 and 50. I noticed, I don't know if this is just something I noticed, but probably someone else has noticed this already, that the foot and the cuff tend to be like the same amount of stitches. Anyway, I just noticed that. For me anyway, works for my foot. And then I decided I might as well start, where'd they go? Ah, here it is. Might as well start another pair of socks and keep going because you never have too many socks, right? This right here is called Mrs. Gingerbread, and it's rolled off on me. I gotta go get it. Okay. This is Mrs. Gingerbread. This is her last year's like featured colorway, and I love it. I don't know if you can see, but it's got like reds and greens, and then pinks and whites, and then a brown. You think brown, but it works. And the brown is very latte-ish, chocolatey sort of latte gingerbread. So it's fun to knit with. You can see it's already like self-striping on there. Just fun. And I am doing 2 at a time, top down. So I was knitting half asleep. I don't know if you do that the other night. And the insteps on the top down had been giving me trouble. It is awkward anyway, but I didn't know what I was doing wrong because I'd been doing 2 at a time. But as I was half asleep, turning the instep, I looked at it, I said, oh, I figured it out. So let's hopefully I can replicate that for these ones. But yeah, just gonna do what makes us happy, right, for the time being, when it comes to knitting. Okay, the other thing that I'm working on still is I finished Davy's sweater. This is the little Nomad Sweater. I love it. It was such an easy knit. This is an evergreen, which is December's color of the month. It's technically still, I think it's still listed on sale there, but we'll have another color for January. If you think of a color that you would love to have, let me know. I'm always open to ideas. I actually asked Pat, what color do you think? And she said evergreen. I thought, oh, that makes sense, evergreen for December. So I'm making a sweater for Davy, which I apologize, he was chewing on that. He didn't die, he didn't choke, he could have, but he was chewing on that toy during that last podcast. I took it away from him, but so I made one for Davy, and I'm making one for his best cousin, as he calls him, Caleb, they're the same exact age, but he's a little swarthier, so I'm actually doing, he's 4, but I'm actually doing the size 8 for him, because I figure that he could grow into it, and in case it makes a trip through a washing machine or something, wouldn't be so devastating. And then I'm going to make Ruben a little matching one that, it comes in like a onesie version, so all the little boys will have matching sweaters, and maybe Jack will get one too eventually. So They're so cute. Yeah. So, Christmas, how was your Christmas as far as knitting wise or otherwise? I feel like mine was pretty successful. We had the holiday knit along, which I think took a lot of the pressure off because we started planning. When did we start planning that? In like August or something, which seems ridiculous, but by mid-December at least I had all my stuff done. I started a few projects like, oh, I got extra time, I'll do this. So I had a sweater for each of my sisters. I had headband sets, which I told them they need to take pictures so I can show you. I made the cat scarves. The original one is a cat scarf. I'll link that one below too. But I also made a shark version and a bunny version. Those were fun. Those were cute. I talked about how I actually ended up using acrylic yarn for that. I went cheap because I wanted them to be machine washable, and Tuffy didn't have, even though you're not technically supposed to machine wash Tuffy, I may or may not, cannot disclose. But it didn't have all the colors because it's like a cat with a rainbow coming out of its mouth, if you can picture that, and that's a scarf. So I originally put, as a yarn store, this is terrible for me to say this, but I originally put all the yarn I'd need in my cart for 3 scarves with a wool blend, and from not an expensive company, a good company. I'm not disparaging them at all. And it was like $150 in yarn for 3 scarves. So I ended up going with acrylic, but I will say, I'm not knocking anyone who uses acrylic, but I've heard people say before, and I had it in my mind, like, for a beginner, like, oh, use acrylic, it's easier. Oh my word, it was so hard to work with. Just because it's so slippery and it doesn't grip on itself, none of the ends stayed in. The ends popped out everywhere, and it was really hard to work with. So I feel a little bit better now, about saying, you know, start with wool. Start there. Again, I don't get into the back and forth of like, oh, I'm better than you because I use wool. You know, if you like acrylic, that's fine, but I definitely, hopefully, learned my lesson this time. I ended up tossing what was left of, I didn't eat of it, but, so, yeah, that was interesting, but it's good to know that my love of wool is genuine, you know. So, let's see here. Yeah, Christmas was a success. The only thing I didn't give out was my husband's, the anniversary socks, which does not feel like yesterday, that podcast that was named those socks. But anyway, in July, I was storing all my Christmas presents and baby stuff in the front bedroom, and there was a partridge that decided to fill its gullet with a bunch of fermented apples and then smash through the window, which you think a bird, how much damage is a bird gonna do? But it smashed through the window, it exploded everywhere, apple-y bits all over the walls, all over the presents, and glass. So his socks are gonna need a good thorough wash, and even then I'm a little worried that the glass is gonna like cut the yarn and it's gonna be no good. But anyway, wildlife keeps life interesting around here. I always say, like, there's a road pretty close to our house, and then our house and a little yard, and then if you get a foot past the edge of that yard, it's like you are no longer in man's world. You're like in wild land where anything goes. But that's how we like it. Okay. So I got myself some goodies for Christmas. I really did. I was really bad. I don't even know if I can show you them all. It's such a big stack. It's a mountain. It's like this high next to me. But I tend to do that. I think the last time I bought yarn for myself, just fun, was when we did that challenge when the first lockdown started. And so it's been about a year, and I tend to not buy, and then when I buy, I go crazy. but oh well. So one of my treats to myself was this. It is a jumbo Ashford flyer. It doesn't look jumbo, but I think it'll hold a lot more yarn. So it needs to be sanded down. I need to figure out how to mount it on my wheel, which hopefully will not be too confusing. I don't know if any of you guys have ever converted a flyer before, but I'm really hoping it's not going to be too, not going to hurt my brain too much. I have very limited carpentry skills. But that's exciting because right now I can fit, squeezing on there, I can fit about 2 ounces on my Ashford traditional flyers, and which, you know, causes knots and things. And one of the things I'm going to use it for is these rainbowy bats. So that's another reason I wanted the jumbo flyer, because I could do it in a continuous color. This is from Spunwear Over the Rainbow, and it has, I don't know if you can see, but it has stellina in it. It starts at black, and it's like a gradient. It's so soft. Where'd my other one go? Oh, it's buried. We're gonna have to work to it. Okay, this is from Euphoria Knits. I got this one. Oh man, we might be here a while. This is also from Euphoria Knits. There's a third one that kind of goes with, yes, here it is. That goes with these 3 I got together. They are DK Frenzy Superwash Merino Nylon. So, good sock yarn, or I don't know, a shawl or something. This one might be a little thinner. Maybe, we'll see. I got, whoops, I'm losing them. I got a bunch of stuff from my mom, because of course, you know, she's the best. Which, by the way, I keep trying to convince her to come on these podcasts, because she's a lot better at talking than I am, and she's funny. And we gotta convince her, because she'd be good. I got this from her, this, it's a sock set, it's a summer sock set, but it has 2 red heels on it, and it's so pretty, so bright. This one is cashmere. It's like a peachy kind of, it's a one-of-a-kind. Look at it, it's so pretty. Cashmere. This is a Miss Sardine Queen. This is a Tidal Pool. 2 of her favorite colors. Okay. I got some more from this shop, but I gave it to my friend Megan, because Megan, like I said, she's my unpaid employee who works for Yarn, and she helped pack all those jumbo mystery boxes, which, weren't they fun? Oh my word, we had so much fun packing those. Those were so much fun. They really were. I was really happy with how they turned out. I hope you guys were too, because we just, I don't know, we had so much fun packing them, and I felt like there was a lot of little goodies in there, and the mini ones were fun too, but those big ones, something I would love to get under the tree. And actually, Megan packed herself one and wrapped it up and put it under the tree. So, yes, I gave her a little yarn thank you gift. But these I kept for myself. These are from Sassy Black Yarns. She has some really good sales on there too. I found her on Instagram. And so this one is called Drunk Skunk, which my initial thought of that was very literal, thinking of an intoxicated skunk and how horrifying that would be. We have a lot, like I said, it's wilderness in the backyard, and we have a lot of skunk issues, and whenever you have skunk issues, it's always dramatic. We had skunks come in one evening and attack our dogs, and like later in the evening, and it was rabid. We had it tested, sent off. So we went out there, and it started attacking us, and then the power went out in the middle of us very randomly. So just picture skunks attacking you in the middle of the night in darkness. That's what it was. Like I said, very horrifying. Anyway, so that's why I got this skein of yarn. And then, what is this one called? Bonanza. So pretty. Pretty pretty. Love those colors. Oh man, it's a big old pile here. Oh, this is another one from Euphoria. Euphoria knits. A lot of these, I just like kind of went cruising through Instagram. Saw pictures I liked. I was like, I want that one. Like you do, you know. More from my mom. My mom is Homespun Girls. Look at that. Pretty pretty. I'm glad I got the, I have the pattern worked out perfect now for this weight of yarn, which is the autumn sock. So I can just crank out socks in that. Fun, fun. And let's see here. I don't want to make you too much more jealous, but so Spunwear Over the Rainbow is in British Columbia, I believe. However, somehow she manages to ship for free to the United States over a certain price. So I was like, ooh, I'm going to take advantage of that. This one I think is my favorite. It's a tweed and it's a rainbow color. Although this is another rainbowy braid that I got from her. Very excited. You know, I say her, but I'm actually not sure. I shouldn't say that because it could be a her or a him or... and then this was, I can't remember the names to any of these guys, I'm sorry. I like that because it's mostly blue and green. It has a little rainbowy spot. Interested to see how it works up. And then the last one I'm going to show you is my Christmas present from my mom. She got me, which, is it unreasonable to give your own yarn to your yarn store daughter? Of course not, because this is what I wanted. This is like a watermelon-y, plummy sort of color with mohair to hold double with it. And she got me a huge mini set. I hear footsteps. Of these kind of pastel-y colors. I'm so excited. Very Eastery. I love it. So we did advent calendars at for our sit knit. We haven't been able to meet this year, but we still were able to swap. And she dyed one of these up for me to give to someone, and then I said, I want one for me too. So that's what we did. So I'm sorry if that was jealousy provoking. I didn't mean it to be, but like I said, I tend to not buy yarn and then buy yarn all at once. That's exactly what I did this year. Oh, I also got myself a bigger rug hooking frame. So I'm really excited because I'm starting to sense that with rug hooking, half the battle, and punching too, half the battle is the frame, because if the fabric isn't tight, it just seems like a struggle. So I'm really excited. I got an 18-inch frame from Julie's Woolen Arts, and I'm excited to see how that helps. I'm trying to plan my first project. I think I might do a pillow and just do it that size. So we'll see. You'll see. I'll post pictures of that. I feel like there's more that could be said, but yeah, I will thank you guys for a great Christmas season. I hope you had a great holiday season. I think I'm gonna give away one of those holiday bags because I think I have an extra one. I've been giving them away everywhere, but I think I have an extra one for here. So what do you need to do to enter that giveaway? That would be leave a comment below, and then I'll pick someone random from the comments and I'll send you one out. Of course, it's gonna be after the new year because everything's gonna be after the new year at this point. And yeah, you can have one of them. So I think that's all. I think I'm gonna revamp this area around me. Maybe that's my New Year's goal, because you can see how thin my yarn wall is getting, how saggy my boxes are getting. So sad. I'm gonna have fun unwinding these and putting them up on the wall. So if you have any fiber related goals for this year, share them with me down below, because you guys come up with the best ideas, so I'd like to hear them. I'm gonna keep you posted. Eventually this baby will come. I don't know whether it's tomorrow or what would the longest be? 4 weeks from now? Would that be? Yeah. Yep, 4 weeks from now. But he's coming at some point. He's coming. So, all right. Thank you guys very much, and we'll see you later.
Going good. I'm back.
Slow but sure, huh?
Yep.
Just make sure every little punch is where it should be, huh?
I'm tired. Yep. Hi. Hi.
Whoa. Brother. Oh,